A recent High Court ruling has resulted in Google's South African assets being attached due to the company's failure to reinstate a Russian TV station's YouTube channel. This decision has sparked interest and raises questions about the legal and financial implications for global tech giants operating in South Africa. In June 2023, a Moscow court ordered Google LLC to reinstate the YouTube channels of the Foundation for Orthodox Television, a Russian non-profit organization. The court also imposed a monetary compensation mechanism known as a strant, where Google would incur fines for each day they failed to comply. Despite this order, Google did not reinstate the channels, prompting the foundation to seek enforcement in other jurisdictions, including South Africa. To enforce the Moscow court order in South Africa, the foundation brought an ex parte application, which has two main components: electronic service and a jurisdiction establishment. By attaching Google South Africa's shares and trademarks, the South African court ensured it had the authority to hear the case and potentially enforce the Moscow judgment. South Africa's membership in BRICS may have some indirect influence on the case, as BRICS countries have agreed to enhance judicial cooperation and mutual legal assistance, which could facilitate the recognition and enforcement of foreign judgments, like the Moscow court's decision in this case. However, it's important to note that South Africa's legal system is designed to be independent and impartial, and the court's decision should be based solely on the legal merits of the case rather than political or economic considerations. The Russian law firm Orthodox is helping with similar court cases in 10 other countries. This case is important because it shows that big technology companies like Google can face serious legal and financial problems if they don't follow the law in South Africa and other countries. South Africa has a reputation for recognizing and enforcing foreign judgments, making it more likely that the Moscow court's decision would be upheld. By using South Africa's jurisdiction, Orthodox has effectively expanded the geographic scope of the legal battle, increasing the pressure on Google to resolve the dispute. If the South African court recognizes the Moscow judgment, Google could face substantial financial implications. The Moscow court's decision imposed a daily fine of 100,000 rubles, which doubles every week for a period of 9 months. This means that the fine would increase exponentially over time, potentially reaching millions of rands if Google fails to comply with the court's order for an extended period. However, it's important to note that this does not necessarily mean an immediate financial loss for Google. As part of the legal proceedings, the sheriff has attached Google's shares and trademarks in South Africa, effectively holding them as collateral until the matter is resolved. This means that Google's assets are being held as a form of legal leverage, ensuring that the company complies with the court's decision. In other words, the attachment of Google's shares and trademarks serves as a guarantee that the company will face significant financial consequences if it fails to comply with the court's order. This provides an added layer of pressure on Google to resolve the dispute and avoid further financial penalties. Google will have a chance to oppose the application, and thereafter they will deliver their answer to the court. The court will then decide on the matter. If the main application is successful, the Russian NPO will be entitled to execute the judgment against Google LLC within South African borders, including executing the money judgment against Google LLC's assets in South Africa. Google is aware of the case and is still taking legal advice. The company will provide a detailed response once it is available. This case highlights the complexities of international legal disputes and the potential consequences for global companies operating across borders. As this matter unfolds, it will be interesting to see how the South African court handles the recognition and enforcement of the Moscow judgment, and the implications for Google and other tech giants. If you have any thoughts on this, please write them in the comments section. Let's discuss it. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I have a few more stories to tell. I will see you in the next video.